Appreciate you tuning in to Fill Limit Fishing. Hey man, today fishing's not so good, but I figured it'd be a good time to formally do the 1-year review on my Nitro Z18. I'm a little bit behind the gun, but that's just the nature of my boat in general. This is a 2018 Z18 that I purchased in December of 2019. So I was able to get it on clearance, got a good deal on it. It was on the lot. Couldn't hesitate, had to scoop it up. It was just right for me. But needless to say, you know, now they got 2021, 2022 boats coming out. So it's an older boat, but in general, this boat is pretty much the same with everything else that's coming out, you know, currently. There's a few things that, you know, here and there that they improved on, but I will say, you know, vastly it's the same boat. So honestly, this boat is absolutely amazing. It has far exceeded my expectations, to be honest. You know, there's a lot of negative comments or boards out there all over Facebook smash talking Nitro and the quality and performance of it, or just the quality control. And I have to say, honestly, I mean, I'm not biased, you know, maybe I am because it's my boat, but I have not witnessed anything quality-wise on the actual boat itself. The craftsmanship on this boat is, you know, it's great, you know, for the money. I have no complaints. Everything works as it should be. The gel coat's awesome, it's held up. I got no spider cracks or anything like that. You know, maybe that'll come with time, I don't know. But as far as a 1-year review, I've been fishing it pretty solid. I have no complaints. All the electrical stuff works great on the boat. You know, the latches and everything open and close as they should. No, the floor's not squeaking or anything like that. The bilge pumps, everything is operational as you would expect it to be on a new boat. So no complaints there. You know, the only thing I have to gripe about, there it is, that Merc back there. I love Mercury. You know, I've always had a Mercury, and my last boat was a Merc, and it was great. That thing was 34 years old and still kicking strong. This one back here is the 175 Pro XS, and I couldn't be happier with it. Honestly, the thing is a beast. It hums, it's mean, it's got mad freaking torque, power. It's everything you'd want in a boat like this. And it's probably not even Mercury, to be honest. It's more so my dealer where I bought the boat, you know, and their lack of service. It's no mystery. I got this thing at Bass Pro Shops, and dealing with them has been a nightmare, man. Everything you read about on the internet, I know it can vary, but in my location personally, this thing has been nothing but trouble trying to deal with them. Customer service, the lack of appreciation, communication, all that. I hate to badmouth them, man. The guys up there are generally pretty nice guys. I got no problem with them. You know, they're honest people, but just the way they conduct business is, I don't know. It's not working. But apparently they're going to get that fixed up. And we'll see how all that goes. They got some change of management up there, so hopefully it's for the better. Needless to say, I have a oil issue, transferring issue on the remote tank on the motor. It's not staying full. It's about 3/4 full, and it kicks that oil alarm. And it's been in for service 5-6 times now, and they just can't get it right, man. They can't get it right. So I don't know what they need to do. I'm about to just take it to another certified Merc mechanic and see if they can get that thing figured out. But it's still under warranty, but it's been a hassle, man. Other than that, on the engine, you know, it's probably a little bit louder than I would have liked it to be. But you know, it's a 2-stroke. I guess it's the nature of the beast. The 4-strokes are much quieter. Wish I would have had one for that aspect. And you know, I don't know, just, and maybe the lack of the oil reservoir, that'd be good. I'm wishing I had that right now, because that's my main problem with it. But other than that, the engine's awesome, man. I got that thing mounted on a 6-inch TH Marine Z-Lock jack plate. Works flawless. BPS installed it. They did all right with that. And you know, then I got the poles mounted, man. That's there you go. Boom, man, them things right there, I'm telling you. Oh, here we go. Those things right there are the baddest, coolest things on this boat. I'm so happy I was able to you know, basically afford to put those on the boat and get them as quick as I was able to, because I absolutely love them. I use them all the time. I use them when I'm eating lunch, loading, unloading the boat, catching fish, holding on spot when it's windy and blowy. It's just imperative out here in Florida, man. I don't see how you could really fish without, you know, power poles on the back of your boat here in Florida. It's gonna be really, really crucial, you know, coming in the spawn too, I think. So I'm excited that those are on the boat. But other than that, man, yeah, I love the boat, man. The whole shot is great. Absolutely like a rocket, man. This thing takes off and just down the lake. So that's awesome. Like I said, it's got plenty of power. Sips fuel. It does really good on fuel. Sips oil too. I mean, I go through those gallons or quarts, whatever they are, man. Those big jugs. I've only had 2 so far, and I have, you know, had this thing for a year, so it's I don't know, maybe I'm not fishing enough, which I know I'm not, but it seems to be really sipping the oil, so no complaints there on the oil department. The boat's sweet, man. I got this thing rigged up, you know, pretty much the way I want it. I got 2 Elite TI9s right there. I got one hooked up to active imaging, side scan, down scan, and then this one's pretty much just mapping in 2D sonar. That's a sweet setup right there for the money. You know, I got those at BPS on you know, the basically the deals. They did one last year and they just did one here. It's still going, I think, if you can get one, but hard to beat that. And then, you know, I got 2 up front as well. And then this is just a recent addition that I was able to do here, but I got this one down here is hooked up to an HDI transducer, down imaging, and then your standard 2D, and then the one up top is mapping, you know, just a full-blown map, and or I can split screen it, zoom in, and then, you know, the other one's more zoomed out, more of the lake. And honestly, fishing Lake Placid and Lake June, trying to hunt some of those fish out deep, out in open water recently, I just couldn't do it. There's too much going on. I had split screens, trying to stay on waypoints, and I just needed more screen. You know, maybe I'm freaking crazy. I don't know, but it's sweet. It's a luxury, and I'm glad I have it. I'm glad I'm running it like this. I'm pumped to go out and try and fish, you know, offshore with it. The Maxim is nothing impressive, but it's been holding it down, man. It moves the boat just fine. That's my next upgrade, is going to be an Ultrex, or if I can swing it, I'm going to do the Lowrance Ghost, just to keep everything kind of in the family on the boat. So I think that'd be pretty sweet to have that Ghost up there. But like I said, it does fine, man. For now, I got no complaints. It moves this boat good. It lasts me all day. It's a 24-volt system. So I got the interstate batteries. Heard those were junk, but maybe I can attest to that. I'm starting to see some performance issues on the house battery, or the cranking battery. I know I got a lot going on with 4 graphs. I got a stereo, stuff like that, but I stay charging it. You know, it's not like I don't charge it after every use. So but I can notice my voltage is low, so maybe that's something I'm gonna need to invest in the near future, or an actual 4th battery just for all electronics and everything. The poles, man, you see these poles, these are sweet. I decided to go with the 8-foot blades. Couldn't be happier with them. I tinkered about the idea of getting the Sportsmans or the Pro 2s, and you can just see I'm so glad I went with the blades, because just the performance aspect of it. Those things are slick, man. They're quieter by a little bit faster, and I think the warranty and just the overall aesthetics of it. I'm a sucker for aesthetics, man. I think they just look good. So that's what I got back there. Here's another shot at the Pro XS. Beautiful. The jack plate down there. All is well back here in the back of the boat, other than the oil issue. Those poles, man, I made a video about it already. Roy at Wacky Riggers hooked me up, man. I couldn't imagine the deal that he, threw out there on those poles. So if you're in the market for putting some power poles on your boat, highly recommend giving Roy at Wacky Riggers a shout out. He's in North Carolina, Salisbury, North Carolina. So cockpit's nice, man. Steering wheel's nice. No complaints there. All the gauges and everything work good. It's all functional. I mean, what's there to gripe about? It works. It lights up nicely at night. It's got this nice blue backlight on it, so it looks pretty sweet. I do not have a hot foot. I wish I did, but I kind of, when I decided to install the speakers, I wanted to hide the speakers back there behind the toe plate down there on the bottom. So I don't know, one day maybe I'll weigh the options. And I don't listen to music much, but when I do, take the family out and stuff like that, it's nice to have some music out here, and it bumps, man. So if I add a hot foot, it probably outweighs the benefits of the music, but I'm gonna have to do something else with those speakers, and I really wanted to keep them hidden, not to take away from the boat or anything like that. So let's take a look at this center box here. There it is, man. That's where all the business happens. Honestly, it's a good size for this boat. I got everything I need in here. I got my frogs, my trailers. Keep them in these little containers that I got from Walmart. And then I got all my 3700 boxes kind of staggered up in here. My plastics, I keep my plastics stored in there, my jigs, my terminal tackle and all that stuff. It's all in there, spinner baits. I got plenty of room in here, cup holders. I usually just throw some miscellaneous stuff in there, but this is a great storage compartment. I don't think it's lacking in size or anything like that. It's perfect for me on this boat. If I need more storage, good, man, I got it. I got 2 of these big boxes back here that I think hold 3,700 tackle boxes if you wanted to. I keep miscellaneous stuff in there for the most part, but if I get more tackle one day, great, I got a place to put it. But for now, everything pretty much stays up here in this center box. Rod lockers are good, man. I got all my rods in there, all my good rods at least, and I got plenty of room in there. I don't need any more room. Don't. It's got plenty of room, no concern there. This one, great. Got my net, miscellaneous stuff, GoPro stuff, rain suit. It all fits in there, man. Seats, butt seats, paddle, all that miscellaneous boat stuff, it all fits in there. So the cooler's great, man. It's a huge cooler. It holds ice, perfectly all day long. You can cram it full of drinks, food, whatever you want in there, and a full bag, 10-20 pound bag of ice, and it'll do good, man. So the cooler's great. It's nice to have. The trash can's pretty sweet too. More times than not, I'm throwing my keys in there, my wallet, little miscellaneous stuff that you would typically throw in a center console box, which this boat does not have. The new ones do. It's an option at least. And this one does not, and it's a kicker, man. It sucks. That's another kind of one of the things I don't like about this boat, is there's no place to put your keys. So here's what I'm talking about. Right here in the center, I do have the 3rd seat, which is awesome. Whenever I got extra people or my kids on board, that seat's real comfortable and it works out. But this right here, gosh, man, if you could put something in there underneath, on top, a console that was removable, or removable would be nice, but even underneath there, if I could store my keys, my hats, sunglasses, all that stuff, if I could put that in there, this boat would be so much better. So I'm probably going to end up doing something there. I know 5 Grind, I think that's the guy. He does some center storage boxes there. And I think it's pretty important to have something there, because I'm getting tired of keeping my stuff in the trash can. We got cup holders and little tool trays on each side of the cooler here. keep miscellaneous tools and scissors and stuff like that. It's a nice thing to have for sure, and I definitely use them. I recently got this tool tray up here, which is pretty cool. I didn't have that in the beginning, but the way I mounted these graphs with the dual stack Bass Boat Technologies mount, I can still get in there, put my tools and a drink, and you know, it's just a nice little creature comfort to have. Sitting over here on the passenger side, man, it's got a nice grab handle here that, you know, is the oh shit handle. So, you know, you can grab onto that when you're hitting some wake and stuff like that, but it's nice for the co-angler. I think my wife grabs onto it quite a bit whenever we're in here. Obviously, your little plate here for, you know, dual console. Probably not going to end up that route. I just like the open floor space of, you know, not having it. If it was given to me or if it came with the boat, great, but I don't think I'm going to pay for it. It's pretty pricey piece of equipment, and more times than not I'm probably not going to have it in. The rod rack here, whatever you want to call it, the butt holders, yeah, it works fine, man. It sits a little funny if you put 6 rods in there. I don't know, the reels and stuff work kind of, you know, they're crammed in there, but typically I don't know, we just kind of lay them on the front deck or whatever. But sometimes they throw the kids, and then there's a little strap right here that keeps them all snug. But it works, man. You know, it is what it is. It's nice place to set your feet up on. Take a look at the Livewell. Livewell's sweet, man. It's got a divider in it, which is nice. You know, big fish side, small fish side, tournament partners fish or whatnot like that. But I like this Livewell. Recirc, pump out, pump in, all that good stuff. Everything you need to keep your fish alive seems to do the job, man. Every fish I pull out of there that I do put in there is kicking pretty good. I haven't fished a tournament out of this boat yet, but that day's a-coming. So happy with the Livewell. These latches, they're okay, man. The newer boats, or maybe the Z19, Z20, and Z21 come with nicer latches. I'm not too impressed with these, and as soon as I can, I'm probably gonna upgrade to the more, I think they're like all stainless steel, but they're all metal. I don't think there's any plastic in them. I think they're just obviously built better, but you know, for what they are, they're okay, but obviously they could be a little bit better made for sure. One of my biggest gripes on the boat, if I had to pick anything, is the seats, man. These seats, although they look good, super comfy, the way they're constructed, it's just garbage, if you ask me. I mean, for a boat at this price range, man, Bass Pro is supposed to be replacing these seats. I'm still waiting. It's been a year now, obviously, but when I bought it, they promised me they would replace my seat covers, and they just can't get them. Blame it on COVID or whatnot, but and it's been a year. I should have my seats replaced by now. But what I'm talking about is right here. You can see already that right there, that R, that separation, man, that's no good, no good. All this is fine, you know. I got no issue with this. These logos, they should have done something else with that. That is unacceptable. I know other guys have that issue. I'm having it, and it's not fun, man. And I got the same deal over here. You can see it's not really separating yet. It is a little bit right here. It's coming. It's coming. It's all faded. Doesn't look good, man. For this boat to be what it is, that shouldn't be happening. So that's really the only thing I got going on with this boat, man, and I don't like. And if they replace it, it's gonna be awesome. I'll have new seats, but it's gonna happen again, you know, and that's what I'm worried about. So something that's definitely worth mentioning, you know, no issue to the boat at all, but you know, it's a package deal, so you gotta look at everything, is the trailer, man. The trailer, I can tell, is not built very well. Those comments, those kind of fears and everything I think are fairly accurate. Not to say that every trailer is going to be junk, but I can see where I'm potentially going to have some issues down the line. Makes a lot of noise. That thing is pop locking and dropping down the road, man. My old 1986 Bass Tracker trailer didn't make as much noise as this thing. I've had some issues with the Vortex hubs already, replacing those caps. I'm going to look into getting some of the aluminum or steel ones. I think there's a guy on Facebook making those. Hopefully I can still get a hold of him. But you know, I'm concerned. The bunks, you know, and the carpet on the bunks for a new boat. You know, I've had some marring up on the bottom of the hull, which I'm not too happy about. I've had Bass Pro buff it out, but just a couple times in and out of the water, and the whole bottom of the hull is all scratched up. So that's one thing to watch for, is the trailer, you know. So hopefully it doesn't give me too much grief down the line, but you know, I got to throw that out there. So yeah, man, that's pretty much it. That's gonna conclude my 1-year review. You know, if I have to be honest, I think it's a great boat, man. Anybody who's looking for a boat in this price range and this length, you know, is not going to go wrong with a Nitro Z18, especially those newer ones, man. Like I said, there's a few other small little things that they have or offer that this boat doesn't, but in its class, man, I think this boat is just phenomenal, man. You know, I would recommend getting the max horsepower you can. I know a lot of guys are happy with the 150. I don't think I would, honestly. The 175 is where it's at on the Z18, so push for that. And man, get the boat that you can, you know, afford, and you know, whatever makes you happy, guys. That's ultimately the goal. So this thing is sweet, man. It tows nice. It even on the single axle trailer, it fits in my garage. Payments are low. And you know, it's just a great compact boat that works for me. You know, I fish a lot by myself, but I fish with my kids too, and it accommodates everybody, and it's perfect, man. Highly recommend it. So if you're interested, you got my 2 thumbs up, a seal of approval. Go to your local dealer, man, and check them out. So if you got any comments, questions, or concerns, hit me up in the comments section, and I will definitely respond and give you my full honest opinion. Other than that, I appreciate y'all tuning in and hearing me out on this, and as always, tight lines and feel the limit. Appreciate it. Bye.